Good morning, everyone. According to the traditional East Asian seasonal calendar, you know what? We are already in summer. I mean, autumn. Autumn has already begun. And with this pleasant breeze, it almost feels that way. Would you agree? Yes. And it is always a joy to sit together with you on Sunday mornings. And I do see new faces this morning among this small number of gathering. So if you are joining us for the first time, would you please raise your hand? 1, 2. Welcome to our community. So with the freshness of this season around us, let us settle into our practice. Through sitting meditation, chanting, and listening to Dharma talks. So first, please join us in bowing to the Dharma Kaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. You can stand in front of your mat. Palms together. Your feet close to each other. Your minds and hearts together. Now please face toward Ilwon-sang, Dharma Kaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. And join me in bowing practice in standing posture. I bow in gratitude to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite beneficence of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Now please turn to your Buddhas and we'll greet each other. Please take your seat. Take your time to adjust your body on your mat or in your chair. Our gathering, our practice begins with sitting practice, guided by David.
The method of sitting is simple and easy. Sit comfortably on the floor or in the chair. Breathe in. Grab all your tension and breathe it out. Open up your chest and heart. Stretch up tall and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Relax your shoulders and arms. Then allow your hands to rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, release all mental and physical tension. Invite your attention to abide in your chi energy field, which is called Tanjin. This is located about 2 inches below your navel and is the power center of your breathing. If your face or body begins to itch, do not scratch. This is just a sign of the energy circulating in your body. Simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and do not interrupt others. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be discouraged or disturbed by them. Simply focus on your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. Recognize them as thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. And remember, keep bringing your awareness back to your Tanjin breathing center. If you continue practicing meditation for a long period of time, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation, in which the mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, with no distinction between self and others, time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit.
Sutra Chanting Meditation, page 4. Page 4, 일원상 vow. 일원상 vow. 일원 is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, enlightened people, and sentient beings. If one manifests as both permanence and impermanence, Buddha's permanent unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanent. Say one unfolds into infinite world through the cycle of formation, duration, extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth. We transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after 일원상 Dharmakaya Buddha by cultivating our minds and bodies, deeply knowing human affairs, universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan. Feel free to adjust your sitting posture. If you need, loosen your body as you stretch yourself side to side. Before we even use Dharma talk, I'd like to introduce Hyundok, our intern from One Buddhist graduate school in Korea. So Hyundok, Reverend Hyundok has been with us for the past 4 weeks, and he has been one of the most dependable students that we have had. Whatever task he was given, he took responsibility for it and followed through with great care. So as he comes end of his internship, we'd like to invite him to share about his experiences with us. Please welcome our Pre-Minister, Hyundok.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for welcoming me with such kindness during my time here. When I first came to One Dharma Center, I felt both excited and nervous. It was a new place, a new culture, and I didn't know what I would learn or what could do here. Now, as my internship comes to an end, I realized that this has become one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. Today, I'd like to share 3 things that I learned during my stay here. First, I found my vow, spiritual aspiration again. Meeting the Chuksanim, the head Dharma master, gave me a chance to ask myself an important question. What kind of minister do I want to become? Before coming here, I often thought about my future in a practical way. I dreamed about doing one Buddhist work in America someday. But I thought maybe later, when I have more experience. But after meeting Chuksanim, I realized something different. Being a minister is not only about doing something that I am good at. It is about giving my life to the Dharma, the community, and the people around me. I know there will be times when I become busy or tired and forget why I started this path. But I hope I will never lose the vow that became stronger during this internship. Second, I learned public spirit. I watched the ministers heal every day. Everyone had different jobs, but when something needed to be done, someone simply did it. No one seemed worried about who would receive credit. They quietly cared for the temple, the community, and the people. That taught me something very important. Public spirit means seeing what is needed before thinking about ourselves. It means doing the right thing even when nobody notices. I hope that one day I can become that kind of minister. Not someone who only gives good talks, but someone who quietly serves others. Third, I found hope in all of you. Living a one Buddhist life in America cannot always be easy. Many of you travel a long distance. You have busy lives, different cultures, and many responsibilities. But you still come here, you practice together, you help each other. You support one Dharma center with your time, with your energy, and your heart. You also welcomed me like family. Thank you. Because of you, I believe the future of Won Buddhism in America is bright. Hope does not begin with big plans. It begins with people like you who continue practicing with sincerity every day. Finally, I'd like to share one last thought. One day, I walked Irwin Trail. There were hills, flat roads, and place where I had to stop and check the way. But in the end, every path brought me back to one Dharma center. As I walked, I thought that practice is very much like that. When I was younger, I thought practice meant becoming someone completely new. I thought I had to find something far away. But now I think differently. Practice is not about becoming someone else. It is returning to our original mind in original mind. In one Buddhism, we believe that our true nature is already peaceful, wise, and good. Sometimes greed, anger, and fear cover that original mind. Practice helps us remember who we really are. That is why we meditate. That is why we study the Dharma. That is why we try again every day. Not to become a different person, but to return to our true self. This internship gave me many new experiences. But more importantly, it helped me remember why I chose this path. I found my vow again. I learned public spirit. I found hope through all of you. Thank you for your kindness, your love, and everything you shared with me. When I return to Korea, I will carry all of these memories in my heart. I hope we can meet again someday. Until then, I will continue to practice, continue to grow, and continue to do my best as a future minister, a future 교무님. Thank you, everyone.
So as you continue on your path, may the Dharma Kaya Buddha Fourfold Grace be your guide. And we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers, wishing you a bright and meaningful journey ahead. Thank you again, Hyundak. Now we'll listen to a Dharma talk from our teacher, Reverend Yu, titled, Taking the Next Step on the Dharma Path. Please, palms together, let us greet Reverend Yu.
Thank you, Hyundok. Yeah, your English is better than mine. Yeah? Some years ago, my cousin got divorced. His wife, his ex-wife, reportedly said to him on and off that we are not on the same level. I cannot live with you. When people say somebody is on a high level or low level, what does that mean? The level that we think, whether it's a high or low, may not be high or low when it's viewed from the perspective of truth or in the eyes of the Buddha. For example, Peter, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, he was a fisherman. He had no schooling background at all. When you see these Dharma stages, the last chapter of the One Buddhism canon is 6 Dharma stages. So I would like to cover the first 3 Dharma stages. This tells truly where our level is. Yeah? So let's read it together. 1. The beginner's stage. 1. This stage is for anyone who has taken refuge in the Dharma for the first time and receive the 10 precepts for beginners, regardless of whether they are learned or unlearned, male or female, young or old, good or bad, or high or low social status. 2. The stage of special faith is for those who diligently observe each of the 10 precepts for beginner, have advanced to the preparatory stage of special faith to receive and uphold the 10 precepts for special faith, possess a general understanding of one Buddhist doctrine, and remain steadfast in their work, thoughts, faith, and devotion, without being swayed by worldly distractions. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the next one, let's read that later. One day, Venerable Tesan, the third head Dharma masters, asked to the pre-ministers that among 6 Dharma stages, what is the most important and indispensable stage? So I thought to myself, the last stage is the stage of the greatly realized Buddha. The last stage, I thought, is the most important stage. But he said the most indispensable stage is the first stage, beginner's stage. Beginner's stage. He said, in a race, a runner should start at the starting line for its victory to be recognized. In order to go to somewhere, from the train station, we have to purchase the ticket. So, beginner's stage is the most important. Think about beginner's stage. What is beginner's stage? Take refuge in the Dharma. Dharma is the teachings of the Buddha. Take refuge in the Dharma, teachings of the Buddha. Buddha used this analogy. A child, he does not know the red hot iron bar. It's a super hot. Then it may hurt his hand. But he's not aware it is very hot. He can grab that iron bar, even though we know I would like to break this or that habit, but carrying that out, our action is another matter. But if people does not know what is the path to eternal life, what is the path to destruction, their living is just like holding the red hot iron bar. So our founding master said, the person who encountered the one Buddhism Dharma or Buddha Dharma and become very joyful is not truly understand the Buddha Dharma. The person who genuinely comprehend the Dharma are the one, it's his expression, weeps and cries out of joy. It's a very, very fortunate thing. I think you are very fortunate and a blessed person. That's why you happen to come here. How many people in this world knows the Dharma, the path to freedom? So there is only one condition. received the 10 precepts for beginners. Precepts, Buddhist precepts, item of mindfulness. For example, at the bottom, Pat, would you read the 10 precepts for the beginner's stage?
The 10 precepts for beginner's stage. 1, do not kill without due cause. 2, do not steal. 3, do not commit sexual misconduct. 4, do not consume narcotics and liquors without due cause. 5, do not gamble. 6, do not use harsh speech. 7, do not quarrel without due cause. 8, do not embezzle public funds. 9, do not borrow or lend money between close friends without due cause. And 10, do not smoke tobacco.
Yeah. Judaism started from Moses receiving 10 commandments. Yeah. So if you would like to lead a very blessed life, you need to observe these commandments. In 2022, Korea was flooded with a heavy rain. In some town, one person drove on the bridge. The bridge was already under the water. When he drove over the other side, he discovered there are a lot of other vehicles on the side trying to drive on the bridge. It was just some surprise. And he got out of the car and waved to the vehicles that you're not supposed to drive on the bridge. It's too dangerous. So most of the cars stopped there. But one person very boldly tried to drive. In the middle of the bridge, the engine got turned off. The water level started to rise. So now it's not the matter whether he could drive to the other shore or not. So his life was in danger. He could not get out of the car. But luckily, a couple of people rushed to him and opened the door, and he was rescued. Buddha said, an awakened person are not supposed to trust his thoughts. Our thoughts are many times very misleading. Just like that driver, he thought he could safely drive on the bridge. So what we are supposed to do, what we are supposed to not to do, the foundation is the precepts. So our second head Dharma master, Jeongsan, said, the precepts are bloodline of a practitioner and the rocks on the ladder to attaining Buddhahood. If you find yourself tempted to neglect them, swayed by the foolish demands of the mind and body, reflect deeply on your original vow and uphold the precepts with unwavering resolve, even at the cost of your life. Our third head Dharma master said, the beginner's stage is 큰 집 발견, discovering a great house, our true home. 불지 출발 means embarking of a new journey, resetting our lives and changing our path. Pastor Desan said, each and every person, when they take a refuge in the Dharma, are endowed with both the right and duty to become a Buddha. The second is the stage of special faith. It says the practitioner in this stage possesses a general understanding of Won Buddhism teachings. Dharma, teachings of the Buddha, or universal truth, is all kinds of food material, which is different from well-prepared meal. Scriptures are well-prepared meal, so that we can eat very easily. So, in order to move to the stage of a special faith, the first condition is a general understanding of the Dharma. Why? When we study the Dharma, Jesus said, you shall know the truth. We should first know, study, contemplate the truth. And then the truth will set you free. The truth itself will never set us free. We first know the truth. We have to study that. So, Dharma or scripture, at the beginner stage, we discovered our destination, or nirvana, the perpetual happiness, or indestructible freedom. That's where we are supposed to head. But we need a very good, accurate map to reach there. Knowing destination is not enough. Having very good, accurate map is the Dharma or the scripture. It also says the stage of special faith is for those who remain steadfast in their work, thought, faith, devotion without being swayed by worldly distractions. There are not many people in this world who knows the Dharma, the path to freedom. Even though you are very mature practitioner, peer pressure is not easy to overcome. If everybody, all your friends is walking on the right path, it's hard to walk on the left. In order not to be swayed by worldly distraction, that's why having good teacher and the Dharma friend is that important. That's why Buddha's 3 jewels. What are 3 jewels? Don, what are 3 jewels? 3 gems. 3 jewels, 3 gems in Won Buddhism. Yeah, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, the supporting group, practice group. Buddha said, why Sangha is important? Let us say we are walking to the top of the Mount Everest. We have a good map. That's great. But if you have a very experienced hiking guide and a companion, you're walking to the top of the Mount Everest become completely different. It becomes very, very easy and safe. Buddha really emphasized so often the importance of having good Dharma teachers and friends. So one day, Ananda, the Buddha's cousin, is a lifetime attendant. One day asked to the Buddha, teacher, having good teacher and Dharma friend is half of the path to attaining Buddhahood. He asked that. Buddha replied, having good teacher and Dharma friend is attaining Buddhahood. Our founding master used this analogy. A fly cannot go 100 miles in a day. But the fly attaches itself to the back of a horse, very fine horse. He can go 100 miles in a day. Good analogy. If our mind and heart is connected to the Buddhas, to our teachers, to our Dharma friends, our journey to Buddhahood become that easy and very efficient. So in my case, very often, at least several times in a day, I have an inner conversation with the Buddha and our founding master. It's not a serious prayer, so that my mind and heart can be connected to my teacher. Do you know what Islam means? Islam means surrender, submission, letting go of all our thoughts, and the surrender to the universe, which is the all-powerful and omniscient. Yeah. So our third Dharma said about the second stage of a special faith, Shim Shin Gui Ei, surrender ourselves to our teachers and to the Dharma. He said, just like the child surrenders completely into the mother's arm, we need to surrender ourselves. If that kind of a faith is established, Master Desan said, the root of great enlightenment is already planted. In the realm of the universal truth, sacred awakening ceremony, 성성식, will take place. Sacred awakening ceremony means the universe validate. You will someday become a Buddha. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I cannot cover the third stage. 2 weeks ago, the president of the One Institute of Graduate Studies came here. We had the board meeting. So when Hun San-nim, the president of the One Institute, visited Venerable Desan in his mid-20s, he said, I'm going to USA in order to pursue my PhD degree in economics. Mr. Desan said, it's good to have a doctor of science, but strive to become a doctor of morality. So the more he contemplate on that. It's really important, precious words. Our founding master, in the his last sermon, the fourth Sunday in May, he passed away on June 1st. This is what he said. Dear disciples, though time moves continuously, circling through countless eons without end, opportunities such as these are rare, and yet you have fortunately encountered it. So we are all born as a human, a healthy person, and encountered the Buddha Dharma. So let us all together truly take a refuge and plant the seed of a great faith so that we can all attain Buddhahood someday. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Yu, for sharing your guidance and wisdom with us. So as he introduced at the beginning of his talk, there are 6 stages. 6 stages, and he covered the first 2 stages today. So we hope to hear him taking care of the rest 4 stages next time. Please open your booklet, page 6. Let us recite essential dharmas of daily practice. Page 6. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all. This morning, I'd like to take a moment to celebrate something special in our community. Isabel Wonheji recently received her master's degree from the Won Institute of Graduate Studies. Her love of learning and dedication to her studies have been wonderful to witness. So Isabel, congratulations. And we are happy to celebrate this milestone with you today. And please come forward and share a few words with us.
Good morning, everyone. I've been given 3 to 5 minutes to share with all of you an experience that lasted 5 years. First, let me say that it was my choice to do it slowly. I'm often asked why I decided to go back to school. I did it because I wanted to learn more. I have an inquisitive mind. I always want to know what's behind the surface. Looking back now, it seems like it was all pure serendipity. At first, I tried to figure out how to make it to Philadelphia. I could take the train once a week, stay overnight, an expensive and tiring proposition. Suddenly, the pandemic broke, and soon classes were offered online for the first time at the One Institute, Benefit from Harm. Among the teachings I love most in Won Buddhism is the theory and practice of Taoism, because it makes clear the relationship between the makings of the mind and the makings of the body. At the Institute, Reverend Daesung Song teaches moving meditation and vital energy, which is the Western term for qi. I had attended Tai Chi retreats with Reverend Song here at the Won Dharma Center, and I could never have enough. Reverend Grace Song, who is the chair of the Buddhist Studies Department and a phenomenal teacher, suggested early on I take the first practicum class with her, where I could create an outreach program of my choice to later put into practice in the second practicum class. I chose to teach high school kids what I wanted to learn more myself, Tai Chi and Qigong, not just the practice, but the theory behind them, as well as meditation, chanting, and emotional intelligence. I then paired the Practicum 1 class with an independent study with Reverend Song to learn to teach Tai Chi and Qigong. I soon realized I had a problem. Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, chanting, and emotional intelligence are a lot to teach in 45-minute sessions for 10 weeks for kids with short attention spans. To make it easier, I created a character, a 14-year-old boy with attention deficit issues, always in trouble until he meets a Tai Chi master who guides him into a different realm of the mind. I kept hearing from teachers and those who attended the Practicum 2 classes that they wanted more of the story of the boy. Long story short, or short story long, it became a novel that then turned into my mandate to attend Reverend Song's moving meditation and vital energy classes in person. I moved to Philadelphia for 2 years and began writing the novel there. The story in the novel is my story. The 14-year-old boy is me. The Tai Chi master is Reverend Song. Not really, we're different people, but the teachings passed from the master to the boy are the teachings I received at the Institute in the 5 years of studies. Now, just back from the graduation ceremony, I feel something new. My vision has changed. I see the same things, think the same thoughts, and perform the same actions, but they look and feel different. They are clear, I can observe them better, and they are easier to manage. I have acquired the capacity to live my life with more awareness, more understanding, and more compassion. My daughter Mariana, every now and then, looks at me and says, "Mom, you've become more humble." If any of you have questions about the program, please ask me or ask Ginger to get in touch with me so I can answer them. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. I so much enjoyed the behind story that you had. I didn't know you studied for 5 years. Grace from Harm. That story was good too. So we have a small gift for you. And Gilad and Mark will also share some music in celebration of your achievement today. So So please welcome Gilad and Mark. Thank you so much for your music. It's always good to have this live music in our Dharma service. Two announcements. Labor Day weekend retreat is upcoming in 2 weeks, just in 2 weeks. And we have 2 spots available on site. But we also have commuters spots, so you don't want to wait too late. So if you are thinking about this retreat, joining, then please hurry up to sign up. Next Sunday, we are going to celebrate Self-Transformation Day, which is one of the most important foundational spirit in Won Buddhism, that is selfless service. Next Sunday, and our teacher, Venerable Juksanim, is giving us a Dharma talk. Self-Transformation Day celebration next Sunday, August 23rd. I hope you enjoyed your practice today here with us. We hope to see you next Sunday.